is lesson 9.4 on creating thirds. Let's start with our do now. Partition each shape into halves, then use the fraction next to it to determine how many parts should be shaded in. Do your best. Fluency. Today for fluency, we're going to practice using fractions by describing the fractions with cube trains. Let's look at the first one. Look at the blue and the red cubes and describe the cube train using fractions. If this is what you guessed, you're correct. 1/2 is blue and 1/2 is red. Let's look at the next one. Think about what fractions you would use for this cube train. You see 3 blue and 1 red. If you guess that 3/4 is blue and 1/4 is red, you are correct. Let's look at the next one. On this cube train, we see 3 blue and 2 red. Think about the fraction that is blue and the fraction that is red. If you guess that 3/5 is blue and 2/5 is red, you are correct. All right, last one. On this one, we see 1 that is blue and 7 that are red. What are the fractions? If you guessed 1/8 is blue and 7/8 is red, you are correct. Great job, friends. Now today's skill focus is still on fractions. So far, we have learned a fraction shows equal parts of a whole. We learned that a whole is all of the parts of one shape or group. We've learned that halves are split into 2 equal parts, or 1/2. Today, we are going to talk about partitioning our whole into 3 parts. That is called thirds, or a third. Thirds are split into 3 equal parts. Earlier in the week, I told you about my friends that came over, and we had just 1 cookie left. I split the cookie into 3 parts, but my friends didn't think it was fair. Each of us got a piece of the cookie. Why do you think my friends weren't happy? You guessed it, they were unequal parts. I got the bigger pieces and I gave my friends the smaller pieces. Well, my friends came over again today. And you guessed it, there was 1 cookie left. This time I broke the cookie like this. I kept 1 piece and gave each of my friends a piece of the cookie. Do you think my friends were happy this time? You bet they were, because I broke the cookie into equal parts. How many pieces did I split my cookie into? 3. You're right, and 3 is called a third. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and I gave each one to my friend and kept 1 for myself. Now let's do some more pretending with this cookie. I had 1/3 of the cookie. Let's say I had 1/3 of the cookie. Then one of my friends gave me a piece of her cookie. How many thirds of the cookie do I have now? You guessed it, 2/3. So now I have my third, I have my friend's third. So I have 2/3 of the cookie. Now let's say both of my friends gave me their piece of the cookie and I still had mine. How many thirds do I have now? You guessed it, I have 3/3 of the cookie. 3/3 can also be called 1/2. Great work today, friends. Now it's your turn to try it on your own. You may print or copy this on a sheet of paper, and once completed, upload it to Portfolio on Class Dojo. Happy learning!